Arteta is seeing Alexander Isak in there as the direct replacement for a man who goes by the names of Lacazette in there. Welcome to the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone. I go by the names of Rokani David, aka Aradion, to this channel, and I really tried bring you news in there. You know, there are some real rumors in there, but this is something that Arsenal Football London has really come out and endorsed in there, and it looks like Arsenal are really targeting to get in a forward who goes by names of Isak in there. Remember, Isak is a Swedish international in there. You saw him into the Euros, played very well. Those that watched the UEFA Europa League last season, you saw him play against Manchester United. He's really good. I really like the way he really does his thing. He's like an Anton Martial. He's like a new Anton Martial in there. And when you look at Arsenal, players like Anton Martial are really lacking in there because he's a center forward, but a center forward who is really more advanced in there. He gives you a lot. He's not this so-called center forward who is really going to be there waiting for the ball to come in there such that he scores. He really drops back into the midfield. He really adds himself into play to play with other players in there. So I think he's just the real target striker that Arsenal want. Because when you look at Arsenal, if at all you're playing with Aubameyang off the left and Isak leading the line, I think they can really do interplays in there. Isak can switch to the left or right, and Aubameyang can come into the middle, because in the modern football it's very hard really to play that so-called number 9 that the Alan Shearer's used to play, the Mike Owens, the Ruud van Nistelrooy, where you really wait for the ball to come for you in there, because you'll be marked in and out in there. So welcome to our channel. Please, if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, this story has come in from a French outlet in there. Let me see its name in there. Its name has been indicated. It goes at Touches. Is it Touches in there? Yeah, it's called Fichages in there. They've come out and said that Isak wants to come to the Premier League. And guess what? A team that is more interested in him is a team which goes by names of Arsenal. They wanted to get him this summer, but it failed. So what Real Sociedad did, because Isak was left with just one year on his contract, they added him more 5 years. So Isak is going to be at Real Sociedad until 2026. If at all no team really comes in for him in there. But Arsenal has already shown its interest in Isak, and they feel like they really want to get him at a team which goes by names of Arsenal. So this shows you that, this indicates that Arsenal are really looking at the replacement of Aubameyang and Lacazette, because when you look at Lacazette, I think he's left with just 12 months at Arsenal and is leaving anytime from now. The other player that is leaving goes by the names of Aubameyang in there, because for him, he's the captain. He might be here for some long time, but the problem is his age. He's 32 years old, and we don't believe that he's really going to come through and do the need for a team which goes by names of Arsenal. So Arteta looks like he really wants to get in a young, fresh lad in there. Remember, Arsenal wanted to sign Tammy Abraham, but Arsenal told them that the price was not realistic there, because they wanted close to £40 million, and Arsenal wanted to give in 30 in there. So they missed out on a Premier League proven centre forward who goes by names of Aubameyang. Sorry, not Aubameyang, but Tammy Abraham, who went to AS Roma in there, that team that is being coached by a man who goes by names of Jose Mourinho. So Isak, after signing a 5-year contract at Real Sociedad, he signed, and a release clause of £77 million in there was put onto his so-called release clause. But these are not things that are really scaring us anymore, because we've seen players like Saul Niguez. This season they only wanted €40 million from him because of COVID-19. Yet his buyout clause was close to €80 million in there. So to me, I really feel like it's something that the likes of Isak can really come to Arsenal in there. If at all Arsenal can really get in like £50 million in there, they can really get this lad. Because when you look at those teams into the La Liga, they are really badly off there. They are debt ridden. They cannot really run their budget in there, so they feel like they want the money. If at all they want to sell in a player, they can say, look at Barcelona. They let Messi go for free. Griezmann, Pjanic, each and every player who was really getting a lot of salary at Barcelona is out, and even the others like Piqué, who else? Basquets, those that were really earning like £300,000 a week, they really had to cut their salaries close to £200,000 a week, such that they can accommodate the likes of Memphis Depay and the rest of the players that Barcelona brought in. So to me, I think that Isak to Arsenal is really going to happen if at all Arsenal is serious on it, as reported by footballlondon.com in there, and features from Spain really coming out and indicating that Arsenal are really interested into a man who goes by the names of Isak in there. And I think with the likes of Edu in there, this deal of Isak can even get done before the end of the before the transfers of next season, of next summer really start off, because I'm 100% sure these people like Edu know the business, and they know that if I were to do business, you're supposed to do it early enough, because there's going to be the World Cup in Qatar that is in the summer, so you expect lots of things to happen in there. So that means that if I told you to get Isak, you have to really get this deal done before the World Cup comes in, because I know Sweden will qualify for the World Cup in there. So if I told they qualify, just know he's going to be having little time in there to really come in at Arsenal in there. So what they have to do is that they have to seal this deal before the summer, such that they confirm that they've agreed personal terms, blah blah blah, in principle, with a team which goes by names of Real Sociedad as the player. So such that we all know that next summer Isak is coming in at Arsenal in there to lead the line. But he's really a very good lad in there. If I told you watch the game of Spain, was it Spain versus Sweden in there, where Sweden won Spain by 3-1 in there, Isak really scored a beauty in there. So I really feel like Arsenal are really getting to a level of returning a player who is like a Thierry Henry in there, because Isak has those outbeats of Thierry Henry, the runs, his technique in there, the way he really hits that ball in there. So those that watch the Euros really enjoyed him a lot. He played for a team which goes by names of Sweden, and I saw him really score in there. We had two goals in there, yes, not bad. At the age of 21, you don't really call for so many goals, because he's not in a caliber of the Haalands of this world, but this one has a lot than Haaland, because Haaland only has the pace and will score in those goals, but Isak is really that man that will sit down players, he run over them, he has a very good shot on him, he has assists on him, he's an all-round player, he roves around the field in there, so he can play off the right, left, center. So that is a player that Arsenal really needs, and I think Arteta is really doing great to scout a player like that. And I think he's telling his board that if at all you don't sack me and I'm here next season, Isak is my number one signing for this summer. So guys, I don't know what you guys think about Isak being linked to a move to Arsenal in there, because the likes of Lacazette it looks like he's going to leave Arsenal and is not willing to renew his contract anymore, because he's left with just 12 months in there, and I think in January he will agree a deal with either Atletico Madrid or a team in Italian Serie A in there. So to me, I feel like Arsenal really need young players in there to lead the line like Isak, because if I told you add him to Pepe, Odegaard, Lokonga, Thomas Partey, Aubameyang in there, all those players are really quite good, and I really love what they do in there. So smash a like on the video, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I go by the names of Rokani David, aka RD, on this channel, which goes by names of the football news, top 10s and lifestyle zone. We've got this story of Isak from the so-called Football London in there, as Arsenal are interested in getting the signature of this 21-year-old Swedish player in there. Very, very, very talented. I really like him. I like the way he plays whenever he gets the ball. The confidence that he has really blows me away. At that age, 21 years, when you're really facing top sides in there, he faces defenders, and he is not even afraid of them. He goes all in for them. He takes the ball to them. Now, this is the kind of player that Arsenal really needs, because I don't see which Arsenal player really takes risks in there that can really get the ball and say, hey, I'm really taking it to the defenders. The one that I see that does that more often is Pepe. But just imagine if at all Pepe is playing off the right, attacking side of the midfield, and Isak is leading the line. At least when you have people like Isak and Pepe, you really break down defenses. You will really break them down, because most defenses really don't really attack you, not until you really reach their area in there. So to me, I think Isak to Arsenal would be a very good deal for Arsenal, and I really want to see your opinions into the comment section below. Tell me what you think about Isak joining a team which goes by the names of Arsenal, as Arteta has really alerted his board that if at all you don't sack me next summer, Isak is my target. I'm out for now. See you later.